Sevtech, Ages of the Sky, presented by Darkosto, who is the creator of the original Sevtech. I am so excited to bring this to you. Sevtech was the very first modded Minecraft I ever played, and I knew this was under development. I've been watching for it to come out, and the alpha has been put on CurseForge. If you would like to try it for yourself, keep in mind it is alpha, so you might expect some hiccups here and there, but I'm very excited to start a new journey with you. And here we are in our beautiful island, and you can see there's another island in the sky right over there. This is Sky Factory meets Sevtech, and the world is made up of separate islands with different biomes on them. It looks amazing. I've played the pack for a few hours to get a feel for it before streaming. Something I want to give you a heads up on, I will probably be bouncing between peaceful and easy mode and survival and creative mode, because the mobs in this pack are insane. And it's not entertaining for me, and it wouldn't be entertaining for you to see me dying constantly. So as needed, when I have to have the mobs on, I will drop into easy mode and creative mode to deal with the mobs. But in the meantime, I'm probably going to be in peaceful mode to be focusing on the progressions. This is a progression-based pack. You start in age 0. It's actually a tutorial, but once we reach to this point where we have the work stump, it will flip to age 0. And then as we build through the pack, more and more of the game will unlock for us. This is such a fun pack. I've enjoyed the original Sevtech immensely, and it's what got me into modded Minecraft, and it's what I now enjoy playing so much. So I am really excited to share this journey with you all, and let's get started. The first thing we need to do is collect some supplies. First thing to know, when you hit a rock, if it doesn't break right away like that did, that means this rock is going to become an ore sample in the future, so we want to leave it alone. So we're going to grab 3 things. We're going to grab sticks, we're going to grab rocks, and we're going to grab plant fibers. Sticks can be found on the ground. They can be collected from breaking leaves. The plant fibers are found from breaking grass. And we'll be really careful when breaking grass over here by the side of the island, because we don't want to fall off. That would be bad. And you can see more of these amazing islands, and every single one of them is a different biome. And before too long, we will be able to go and visit them. And one of the new quests added to here is this one, where you go fly a kite. Yes, you literally will be hand gliding on a kite made of lily pads. It is the most incredible thing you've ever seen. I am absolutely horrible at flying by kites. So this would be another thing where if we don't want to die, we may have to slip into creative mode and fly that way. But I will try. I will try very hard to do it the legit way first. Oh, that's an ore. We don't want to touch that one. And I know there's a hole right here, so we have to be very, 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 very careful. Hello, horsey. Edge of the world. Don't step into the hole. Avoid the hole. We've got sheep, which is going to be great. That's going to give us our wool. And wool is what's going to give us string. And we have got horses for days. I mean, for days. This island is a horse island. It has got so many horses, which is great because we can use horses to produce leather and for the horse meat, which is what we're going to eat. So our protein is going to be lit up. The game does include a nutrition bar, so the best thing for you to do is try and keep them balanced. Early game, you're going to be eating a lot of meat because horse meat and fish are going to be your primary source of food until you're able to start doing a lot of farming. So they're going to be a little out of balance to start, but once we're able to do a little more diversification in our food, we'll be able to bring those other 3 back up. So one thing we want to try and do is take really good care of these sheep. So you can, with an empty hand, right click on an animal and you can carry it around. So what we're going to do is bring these sheep over here, away from the edge. I don't know how many sheep I have. Right now I just see these 2. I know they can run away. So the first I'm going to get them away from the edge. Man, he's already moved away. Let's... We do not have the ability to make fences yet. So I'm going to just make a little dirt pen and deposit them both in there. Where'd my other one go? Sheep, where'd you go? Baby horse, where'd my other sheep go? There you are. Will you stop? Okay, you guys like to go too close to the edge. We do not like that. Okay, so now we have our 2 sheep. They are in this pen so they cannot go wandering away. I'm looking also to see if we have any... okay, we have a cornfield or a wheat field. I think that's a wheat field. This one's potato. So we'll have a little bit of vegetable. And then we have these natural berry bushes. So we do have a little bit of fruit and a little bit of vegetable. With that wheat, we'll be able to breed those sheep and get more wool, which is going to be our string. I have got to plug those. Let's get rid of that dandelion. I've got to plug these various holes that are in the floor because I'm going to be not paying attention and just walk right into one of them. I know me. I know me all too well. So any of these random just open holes in the floor I need to fill. Because I will fall into them. Now, one aspect of this island I really like is it has this little natural hill right here. I'm going to use that to be my base. So I'm going to just dig right into this hill. And we have a ton of salt. There's some right at the base of this hill, and then the entire floor of the lake has got a combination of salt and sand. So that is really nice. I'm going to clear out the salt that's here. And replace it with dirt. Okay, so this is just a little start of basically a hole in the ground for a base. The important thing is we have unearthed some stone, because we can take flint, smash it against stone, and that gets us flaked flint. That's going to be the form that our tools take until we get a pick that lets us mine that stone up. So first thing I'm going to do, first thing I want to do is grab some more of this. Gonna need tons of that flake flint. Swim through here. Dig up a good supply of gravel. Leaves to get some more sticks. Okay. It's nice when you can get the plant fibers in an even count of 3 so you're not left with stray in your inventory. So, following the progression, we've got the plant fiber. Now we need to make a fiber mesh. We're going to take the plant fiber, put it in groups of 3, and that converts the fiber into twine. I'm going to convert all of that into twine. If you collect your fiber in groups of 3, you're not left with both fiber and twine in your inventory. Inventory space is kind of at a premium early game, and so it's just kind of nice doing that in even increments. So then we're going to take a grid of half twine, half sticks. That gets us the fiber mesh. Then we put the fiber mesh with the gravel, and we're basically straining that to get the flint. It's getting dark. I am currently in peaceful mode, so we are safe from any mobs right now. I will turn them on at some point because we're going to need to get some bones. To save my sanity, I'm going to leave them off. Okay, I've got 10 of the flint now. That takes care of the top line. Now we're going to start getting some tools. The first thing we need is a flint hatchet. A stick, twine, and one of our flake flint gives us a flint hatchet. That's our first tool. And the very first thing we need to do is start deforesting the island. Because rather than punching trees, we have to use a tool. And then move on to this next one. I'm going to give me a little more protection there. Not like standing right on the edge of the island, just in case. One wrong step and whoosh! Also gives a little more room for these saplings to come down on. Oh, we lost one. Down there. A little terraforming early on here. We'll go ahead and replant some of these. Just saved that one. It fell right on the crack. This particular spawn island is so nice. We've got some sugar cane, we've got some rice. I'm not harvesting them yet because still in the tutorial age, I don't know what they are yet. So fortunately, we're very close to being at actual age 1, so it will not take me too long to get there. thing I'm going to do. Smoothing out this wall. So I want to have a nice wide area to hang drying racks for when it's time to start the leather production. Okay, coming back to the progression, our next two items is going to use our wood. It's going to be a chopping block and the work stone. And I'm stumped. We have now moved on from the tutorial to age 0. Big accomplishment. So we are going to set these two items down right here. We can pick them up again with our hatchet if we need to, but for right now, I'm just going to set them down. Next, we're going to get some tools. So first, so that we can get these pieces of stone mined up and upgrade our tools, we need to get a flint pickaxe. Which is going to be, again, a combination of sticks, the flake flint, and the twine. But we're going to use this as our crafting station. What's different about this is you have to smash it with a rock to get the craft to take. So you lay it out just like you do in a crafting grid, a 3x3, and then you literally smash it with a rock, right-clicking it. And boom. And that is how you craft during age 0. These areas of the floor, when I'm digging up the cobblestone, I'm going to replace them with dirt. I keep expanding this little area. Find stone. Replace it with dirt. Go ahead and go this way one more. We can just shift those a little bit this way. Oops. Didn't mean to drop you. So we've got our pickaxe. Now we can get the work blade and then a stone pickaxe. Work blade is one of the most versatile tools in the game. You use it constantly. And we're going to have our pickaxe, just the normal recipe you're used to seeing. At the same time, I'm going to go ahead and get an axe. Oops. And I'm going to go ahead and get a sword. Now the next thing down, these gray marked cells is the progression line that unlocks the next age. All of the rest of these are sort of the side quests that will build your way there. So the next thing is a really important thing, which is going to be our chests. So to get those, we're going to need some planks. So that's what the chopping block is for. You literally have to chop your wood logs like it was kindling. And then you take the wood, it's just like a normal chest recipe, except you put a rock in the middle. And then the chest you receive is not your normal everyday chest. The good thing about it is you can't actually see what's in the chest without opening it. The bad thing is navigating in and out of the chest, the items that you're storing, is sometimes a little difficult. So I think what I want to do is have a second chest just for the food items. That way I can have just a little bit of sorting, inventory management to start. Otherwise they get completely all jumbled up like crazy to start. I won't need my mesh for a little bit, so that can get put away. We got some more fiber. Let's go ahead and convert that. Okay, now it gets dark, so we can make torches with just sticks and twine, but they're not lit. So the good thing is we can make fire, but it doesn't last very long. So what we need to do is make a fire that never goes out. The way to do that is to make some low-grade charcoal to set on fire. Which is not hard to do. Grab some more. Temporarily do that. We're going to make a clay kiln, which is why I went ahead and grabbed that clay that we had in the lake, so I had it. To make the clay kiln, we need one of those. Surround it by clay. And there's a clay kiln. Now, I think we'll go one more this way. I already have a little stone area started here. Take one of these logs, put it down there, and I'm going to put my kiln in here. I want to have my torches at the ready so I can light them while it's burning. The first thing I want to put in the kiln is a log, because I want to convert that log into charcoal with my fire. So at the same time I have the fire going, I want to light the torches and use the same fire to make this into a thing of charcoal. That's the goal, is to get all of that done at once, hopefully with the same fire. If not, I can make more fire sticks. I've already got 3. Let me go ahead and make a 4th one so I have them at the ready. 4. Okay, so I got the torches at the ready. I'm going to make fire, and I'm going to right click on the fire to light my torches. So now instead of lit torches, or instead of unlit torches, I have lit torches. The kiln has changed from a clay color to a red color. That means that it's fired. And I'm going to put 1 torch there, 1 torch there, 1 torch there for now. And then we'll put 1 there in case... Oh, I didn't need another one. Yay. By putting the wood down first, the fire is burning longer than if it was just burning on a piece of stone or a piece of grass or something like that. So maybe we can even get 2 out of 1 thing of fire. That'd be awesome. It's a little trick I picked up, since different floor surfaces burn. Oh, awesome. Different floor surfaces will burn longer. So by putting that piece of wood down, we can keep this fire burning. Oh, we got 2 out of it. That's great. So now we will replace that piece of wood with the low-grade charcoal. Now we can set that on fire, and that will now burn forever. It will never go out unless it gets doused with water or if I intentionally put it out. So I can use that to convert cobblestone to stone or fire different things later on in the game. It is super handy. The other thing I'm going to want to do, I'm going to put the second one that I made right here. We're going to go down this progression down here at the bottom because I want to get this grill made. But first we have to make the fire pit. The fire pit is an inefficient way of cooking food. So you need 3 rocks, 3 sticks, and twine. Oh, I only have 2 rocks. I'm going to have to go grab some more rocks. I'll go visit these horses. Hey! Come back here. You're gonna go off the edge, aren't you? No. Excuse me. Okay. That is how we're going to get our bone in lieu of skeletons. We don't need it for the horse meat. While we're in peaceful mode, we are not required to eat. At a point later in the game when I need to be in easy mode, when we need to eat and keep that hunger up, we'll have our protein taken care of. But right now I need to kill the horses to get those horse pelts. Get the horse horses will also be pinned in. Nope. I just need to Okay. Here we go. Oh. Well, okay then. Alright. Now wait a minute. Alright, we got another sheep. Come here. Okay, we got up. Didn't mean to jump in with the... Oh, dang it. Okay, well, I guess since this horse decided it wanted to join the sheep, we're going to go ahead and tame the horse. At least attempt to. We are going to need a horse later on, so we might as well... Oh, come on. Be my friend. Be my friend, Mr. Horsey. Come on. You like me. You know you like me. Yay! We have a horse. Okay. I can't do anything about the horse yet. Alright, now we're up to 3 sheep. And 1 tame horse. That's great. Okay, we got a good start on that. I got my extra rock. Flush this back out so it's easier to get into my base when coming around that corner. There, that's much better. Okay. So now we'll get our sticks. Got some more fiber while we were doing that. We'll convert that to twine. Bring the twine down. Got the fire pit, but I'm just going to store it because the next option is much better. And for that is the grill. The grill, you have to have stone and more rocks. Now, instead of hunting for rocks, I can turn cobblestone into rocks. Much easier, and it lets me preserve the rocks that are on my island so that if any of them happen to be future ores, I don't hit one of them by accident. I think what I'll do actually is I'm gonna drop that down one more. Excellent. Oh, hello, horse. Oops. So I need my stone and my rocks. going to be my grill. And because I had already dug up the salt, I got 2 achievements taken care of there. I need to make a little more fire. I'm going to light this on fire. And then we're going to put the stone grill right here. And we will... The grill is better than the fire pit because it lets you do multiples at a time, up to a stack of 16. That can be 16 cobblestone, 16 pieces of food, whatever it happens to be. So much easier. Okay, now, guys, what are you all... No, you can't all come into my hidey hole here. No, you can't. No, you can't all be here. No, all of you can't be here. There's not room. There isn't room in here. This is not a stable. Did you see what I did to your friends? I'm going to need a lot more hides. A lot more hides. Okay, that takes care of that complete line. Okay, so now the bone. I'm really hoping with this bone. Alright, I got the bone shard. That is good. You don't always get the bone shard when you do this one. I'm really glad I did because I need that for a future achievement. Okay, got some more salt. We'll put that away. Okay, need our sticks. That. Need our spear. And another weapon is the tomahawk. Well, the trick here is this is actually a flaked flint point, which you get that by doing a flaked flint a second time. Wow, I got 2 that time. That's weird. Okay, so that I can actually do in my little inventory. That is actually a projectile weapon. I can throw the tomahawk. Okay, so now fishing. Let me put a couple more of these items away. Actually, we can go ahead and grab, dude, where's my biome? Just the thing I needed the bone shard for. Oops. Now, if you're familiar with Sevtech, the Nature's Compass was limited to only finding you Darklands. This one has been unlocked, so it actually will find you any of the different biomes. So it will tell you, this is all the different possible biomes within this world. It's insane the number of them there are. I mean, this is just crazy. There's an awful lot of biomes. The other thing that is great about this is it will point you to your spawn point. So if you swing this thing around, when it is pointing at true north, it is pointing you to your spawn point. So once you start looking and bouncing around the different islands, it's really easy to get lost. Another trick that I learned is you can use the command spawn point to set your spawn point, and it will give you your coordinates. Since you don't have a bed yet, you can't sleep in it to set your spawn point. If you use F3, you'll see that it doesn't tell you any coordinates, so you don't know what they are yet. But by using that spawn point command, you can not only set your spawn point, but now the Nature's Compass is going to point you to your spawn point as you're exploring the other islands. Really a couple of helpful little tips there. let's see, what else can we do? Fish. Let's see, can we find any fish yet? Did we have any fish spawn? Let's grab the lily pads. Go ahead and widen this deeper area in the water. First, because we're going to need more salt. Put our salt block there. It's really hard to tell the salt from the sand, isn't it? Got a few more. Okay, that one, that one, that one, that one. About 3 more. I'll go ahead and take the sand here. Okay, I don't see any more sand or clay in our pond. I think we got the only 2. So we're definitely going to need to explore some other islands here and see if we can find some more clay, because it would be good to get some more kilns going. That'll speed up our production of some other things later on, you know what I mean? So the first island we're going to explore, people, is going to be that jungle biome right there, because before we can make leather, we need to handle water. And to handle water, we need cocoa beans. And fortunately, we have a jungle biome like really right there. So it's not rained yet. So I think what I want to do is I'm going to use more of the wood that I have here. This is jumping a little bit ahead in the progression, but I want to have a head start. This is the barrel, which is going to be right here for holding liquids. Yeah, we need a little more. If it rains, these barrels will catch the rainwater. And since this water here, even though it's a nice large body of water, that is a finite water source. So what I want to do is I want to set up a couple of these rain barrels here so they'll catch any rain and provide us some additional sources of water. So I want to go ahead and get a little early start on that achievement. Still looking for some fish. Not getting lucky on the fish spawning yet, which is kind of weird. So I'm going to go ahead and use my work blade on the pelts that I have so far. That gives me 20 hides already. I'll get that started. We can go ahead and make our kite. So we got lily pads, sticks, and twine. Yep. Oh my gosh, Mr. Horse, you scared me. Grab that. I'm going to take our flint. One of my flints broke and didn't give me a flight flint. That's disappointing. And that gets me shears. I'll say, hello, Mr. Sheepies. 7? That's all you can make me is 7? Okay, you guys eat the grass and make me some more fleece. That fleece, again with our work blade, converts to string. So, since we're not having to deal with the spiders, which, by the way, if you have arachnophobia, you will not like this pack, is Chosen Architect, who, if you're not familiar with his streams, I suggest you go watch them because he is an amazing streamer. He says if you have arachnophobia, you will not like this pack. The spiders are extra creepy. I mean, extra creepy. One of the things we can use to get resources here is a strainer, and there are different kinds of strainer tops that you can put on top of a strainer base. Let's go ahead and get that going too. So we're going to need another chest and then the hopper Mark II, which that's going to add 2 more down the chain of our quest line, which is great. Just keep moving along. However, we are getting a little low on the wood. So let's take our flint hatchet, and all of those trees that we planted earlier have now grown. You can see we've got 4 other islands here, and that one there is like pretty much empty. There's something underneath it. I can't see what that is. I would really like to, at some point, once I have enough resources, build bridges between some of these islands to make them easier to get to, because I have such a hard time with flying. I mean a really hard time with flying. But I think that section right there with those islands, that little center island would be such a good little hub to connect them all together with some sort of bridge. Because as we move through the pack, there's certain activities that you don't want to be happening. Oh, I think my flint has finally broken. Okay, say goodbye. Goodbye. Let's go ahead and collect these things that have fallen. This is why we had already made the stone axe, so I was ready for this. Too tall. Get a ton of sticks out of this, which is great. There we go. Sticks, we got some apples. I don't know why the fish are being so stubborn. Let's give them another wide area to maybe spawn in. I would have thought we'd seen some fish by now. Okay, there's lots of areas of open water now. That should be plenty, I would think. Okay. So now we can make our strainer base. So first we're going to have to get those cut down to logs. Put the apples away. Grab a chest. And we're going to need a lot of chests. So the chest with the surrounded by the wood. Hopper. Then to upgrade the hopper we need to make a cobweb. And then we're going to need 5 pieces of bark, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like that. That same bark is going to be used when we start working on our leather. I told you that worked like you just use it for everything. Okay, so there's the supersize. So we've already got 2 more down the progression. We're only 3 away from advancing the age. But so much more needs to happen before we're going to be close to doing that. It's crazy. There's so much condensed in this pack. It's what I love about it is just it has so many different things going on in it. It's just so entertaining. And it mixes a lot of different packs together, so you get a taste of lots of different things. Okay, so there's that. And then there's sticks on the top. There. Okay. There's the base. Now, for this to qualify for the achievement, we need the dense. And the dense net is 6 string. So we're going to do 6 string. We'll take the net surrounded by we'll go ahead and make the other one. So that way when the first one expires, we already have that one ready. And I'm going to set this one up. See how the water is now flowing into this space? That will help with the now that the water's flowing in there, we should get a little bit better return on our strainer because it's got flowing water. So I'm going to put this away until that one expires, and I already have my second strainer ready to go. That takes care of that one. Okay, the grinder is 6 stone and a stick. I love that. And just put 6 on there and let it go. So probably put things away so that I can go visit. Actually, let's see. Go visit the jungle island in the morning. Horses. Oh, the other nice thing about these chests, you can move them the same way. As our base moves around and stuff, we can just move the chests as needed. I'm going to make this one be for building materials. Giving himself the tour. Didn't plant. We just have a never-ending stream of horses. It's just ridiculous. Which is good because we're going to need an awful lot of horses and hides when it's time to start making leather. That's all we need to take. Hey, we got our fish! Oops! Lost track of time. Alright, look at that. We got fish, we got salmon. Nice. Where'd you go? That's great. Again, once we get a later point in the game when hopefully the mobs aren't as bad and we are those periods of time when we are in easy mode and need to have food. We've got a supply already going here. That's great. Checking this. Already got a supply of stuff coming in. The item we're looking for here of importance is going to be a shark tooth. I'm going to need a shark tooth for a future item to build, and that comes from that strainer. Alright. The goal is to get there without dying. Alright. I made it! Oh goodness. Okay, so now the goal is going to be to carefully maneuver around, find these cocoa beans. Oh, that's great. Oh, hello! The jungle biome is also filled with parrots. That is also going to be useful because we need to do parrot things later on, and we've got a ton of parrots right here. So while I'm here, let's also take a peek at any bodies of water here to see if it's got any clay. That one doesn't have any clay. That one doesn't have any clay. Ooh, this one, however, does have some wheat. Beets too. Ah! Oh, let's grab some air. That appears to be a hole falling into the nothingness. I'm going to plug that. Really got to be careful. I don't want to get sucked down into the water if that falls down into the nothingness. That would not be good. I do not want to get dropped into the void just to get a block of clay. Oh, I'm glad I took precautions. I am so glad I took precautions. Oh, that would not have been good. Okay. I got any more clay in this pond here? No. Okay, so what we can do is use our axe. Yes, we got a sapling. Oh, and we got regular seeds when we harvested and some grape seeds from rustic. Nice. What I really wanted was the jungle saplings, because now we should be able to grow a jungle sapling on our island and grow the cocoa beans on our island and not have to keep making the jump back and forth over here, which would be amazing. Okay, so to get our bearings, we know that's the little plain island, so we know that one is our island. So now the question is going to be, can we get back over there safely? It was a pretty easy jump from here to here because I was able to land on that tree. I'm going to have to go over there and get lift to get up. This is always the hard part. I should scope the other islands while I'm here. I can't quite see that one. Pretty plain island there. There's a spruce one there. It's like another spruce one there. There's plain island. There's a birch island and then one with mushroom. The one we're going to be hunting for very soon. That's okay. It's going to be the a darklands forest, because we're going to need some of that darklands wood. Okay, here we go. We've got our kite engaged. Now I've got to just walk off and jump. I can't navigate because I can't see. I'm getting no lift. Why am I not getting any lift? I'm just falling. That went horribly wrong. I never once got the lift. And I ended up going into the void. And then I could see nothing. That was just horribly wrong. Okay. Okay, now I've got to try and find where I... Oh my gosh, where the heck did I end up? Oh gosh. See, I told you, I'm terrible at flying. Absolutely terrible at flying. See, how did I end up way over there? Okay, is that my jungle? Then that makes this my spawn right here. Maybe? Looks like it. Yes, okay. Oh, goodness. Alright, I want to put that jungle... I want to put those jungle saplings somewhere where they have plenty of room to grow. Oh, gosh. Let's... I've got two of them. Let's put one here and one here. Check, start. Mr. Horse! You realize by coming in here you will sacrifice yourself to leather production. Not gonna have any problem finding the hides we need for the leather production, that's for sure. Okay, I want to save some of the cocoa beans so that I can try planting them. We've got wheat, so we can breed some more sheep. We should do that real quick. One for you, sheep. One for you, sheep. Cocoa beans. I'm going to drop in the grindstone. Just right click on anywhere on the grindstone and just sit there. And it's going to grind those down from cocoa beans to cocoa powder. Nope, what? That's step one. Okay, now if we put the cocoa powder back and grind it a second time, the cocoa powder flips from being cocoa powder to being brown dye. Bingo. And perfect timing, we got ink sacs in our strainer base. And the next step is our water bladders. And we need ink sacs to do that, as well as plant twine. Which do I have? I have some fiber. I brought back tons of clay. That's going to be great. We've got a ton of stuff that's going to require some clay in the future, so that was huge. We can put the seeds away, and those seeds, and those seeds. Probably gonna have to fly over to that island and just start harvesting all of its grass so that I can have plenty of twine. I want to make sure I can make a couple of bladders because it just speeds up the process when you have two. Oops. Grab the wrong thing. Need 6. Need a little bit more grass. A bunch of flowers. Another option, if you don't have a jungle biome right next door, is using the grindstone on these various flowers. You can grind the flowers down into dyes and combine them to get brown. So did not have to go that route, fortunately, but there is 6. Excellent. Okay, so we've got these, and these. So I'm going to put 1 there, 1 there, 1 there, 3 there, and a crafting rock. And now I get the barrel achievement that I already had done. I have 2 of those. I am ready to start the leather process, which is so multi-step, it's not even funny. Okay, before I get started, I should have my drying racks ready. So, take that oak wood, and that oak wood, and that. Three of those makes 1 drying rack. So the first thing I need to do is break a ton of this oak wood down. There. If you are playing this in one of the other modes and dealing with the mobs, another source of food is the rotten flesh. You can put that on these same drying racks that I'm making now, and that turns it into monster jerky. Can't spell. This monster jerky. There's 2% protein, that's not bad. But it takes 5 minutes. It takes forever. It's a long process. But it can be a good thing to work on when you're not working on leather, is to constantly have some of that rotten flesh drying. Later in the game, you'll want to use rotten flesh for producing blood. And so there's a couple of different uses for all that rotten flesh, but in the meantime, if you need it as a food source, you'll have it. My rock is going to break here in just a minute. It's almost spent. And there it goes. So when your crafting rock breaks like that, you can make another one. No, not by closing the drawer. Just by using a regular rock in your crafting to make a new rock. You can see my workbench now has a crack in it. That means it's about like, and there it goes. I am so glad Darkosto added that feature where it's giving you the warning it's going to break. When it broke without warning, it would just scare you to death. I really appreciate that change. That is so appreciated that now you know it's coming. You can brace yourself for the sound of the cracking. Okay, so there's 9. So we can come out here and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, there's a good start. Put the rest of this away. That. You see my stone axe is down to half durability. The stone tools can be repaired using cobblestone, which is so nice. Okay, so step 1 in this multi-phase. Oh, look at all the fish we have now! Oh my goodness, our lake is now completely filled. Oh my goodness. We went from no fish to fish everywhere. And also, if I come down here in the water, look at all the varieties of fish we have. We've got a puffer fish. We've got salmon. We've got puffer fish. Oops, get down in the water. Look how beautiful that looks. There's a clownfish. Look how pretty that is. All the different fish and the different colors in the water. It's absolutely gorgeous. I love it. Okay, back to work. So a couple of options here. We haven't gotten any rain to fill our water barrels. If we had set up our production inside, like if we put the drying racks in here, we could use the water bladders to fill the barrels. And the barrels can be picked up and moved around. We just need to put lids on to preserve the water. And since we've set it up here right next to the pond, we can just fill our bladders right here. We'll probably have to move around a little bit because this is not an infinite water source, so eventually we're not going to be able to fill our bladders from standing right here anymore. We're going to have to move around the pond. But hopefully we're going to have plenty of water to get us started and get a good stock of leather. So here we go. First thing we need to do is fill our bladders. And the first step to convert these rawhides into leather is to salt them. So it's just the rawhide, salt, and the fluid bladder to make salted hide. And you can not do what I just did. When you have 2 bladders, you can do 2 at once like that. And then go ahead and get them started drying while you prepare the next ones. And now the water is going to carry the horses right to me. And now you guys are going to be in the way. Which probably means as horses wander over here, we'll keep restocking our supply. I only got 1? I killed 2 horses and I only got 1? I'm very disappointed. But that's okay. We can just restock our supply of hides as any horses come wandering in. And there you see, by the time we finished filling up all the racks, the first 2 have gone. Here comes the next one. Those create dried hide. Why that one's taking longer. Okay, so now the next step is to make dried hide into wet hide. To do that, we're going to need our oak wood and that work blade, and we're going to make that oak bark just like we did before. That oak bark is going to get ground down into ground resin. And this whole process is basically the exact same as what real leather making process is. So, I mean, this is what it is to make it. Each bark gives us 2 resin, so this will allow us to keep going in the leather making process without having to go chop down trees and make more of the resin for a while. And we've got tons of the salt, so I should be able to make a really good stockpile of the leather, because we need that to make several items. The TP, which is going to give us a bed, finally. And then we're going to start the totemic line. The totemic stuff is so interesting. There's a ton of magic-like things you can do with the ceremonies, and they're all driven by music. just absolutely fascinating. And so much fun to do. It's harder, I think. Oh, there's a bone. I need that bone. Give me that bone. Come here, bone. More horses have wandered over here. Okay, so we're gonna grab. I don't know why this one has not gone yet. I have a feeling there's something wrong with this one. Yep, that's an item rack and not a drying rack. That totally happened to Zine in their Zine and Captain Sparkles when they did Sevtech. Two more great streamers and YouTubers. If you are not watching their Minecraft series, you really need to, because they are both absolutely entertaining as anything. I watch their stuff all the time. I enjoy them both immensely. Zine is X33N. Captain Sparkles has been on YouTube now for over 10 years, and both of them are just great content creators. Okay, so now the dried hide goes to wet, and we'll do this exact same thing of doing 2 at a time. And just populate that. I have no idea how I end up with one item rack as opposed to a drying rack. It's funny because the exact same thing happened to Zine in their Sevtech series. That's just hilarious. And of course it's an item rack, so it's just displaying my salted hide proudly and not doing anything. So that. Horse. Really, horse? As long as you stay on land, you're not going to be a problem. But you get in that water, you're definitely going to be a problem. And now you're in the water. Oh, you got yourself out. Good deal. Okay, you've now finished. Okay, so we have all of those drying. Now we can switch back to working on... I need to fill the bladders. To working on the rawhides. Hello. There's not a lot to talk about during this process. It's just very repetitive and not tons of fun, but here we have our first leather. finish out the next group. We've got 8 completed. We got 2 more waiting to go to this. We got 1 more there. And that's the process, just over and over and over again, cycling through the 2 stages. Hopefully you get a nice little routine going, so you basically have a rotation of, you're always got something going on your racks. Oops. Excuse me. Anyone else having a really wonderful time with their fall allergies? I know mine are just abysmal. Oh my gosh. As much as I really don't want winter, that hard freeze is not going to be unwelcome, because it will make my allergies a lot more tolerable. You can see I'm already having an impact on the water level in the lake, so I'm trying to just keep it around the edge for now. Okay, so we've gotten all of our hides converted over to salted. So we're going to take all of those down. Fill these up with the next section. And while those are working, we'll work on taking the dried hide and using our resin to go to the next level. We are going to need to get some more resin, which is fine. We've got a great supply of trees, so helps to grab the right one. Grab my axe. Excuse me. I think just these 2 little ones I think should be fine. So we'll take these 8 and our work blade. More of those. think what I'll do is I'm going to start converting those into I believe those can still be converted into the charcoal even though they don't have their bark on them. I'm going to start converting them over because we're going to want a supply of charcoal in the future. So if I'm remembering right, that's a good use for those stripped logs. You can also use them for walls, and they do have like a real narrow slit in between them, and you can use that to attack mobs outside. I found that during one of my experiments. It does work. I was right. That is actually really nice. We'll just keep popping in and out of there and those now. Here's the last of our salted. And then we have some wet to go as well. You see, I'm having to stretch farther and farther to get the water. Oops, I stretched too far. I stretched just a little bit too far, so I fell in. That happens. Oh, okay, we are almost done. We've got 4 more hides left to convert, and then we'll be just in the drying stages. I don't want to fall in again. Right, there we go. I don't want to get too close to my strainer either, because then it might impact the stuff falling into the strainer, and I still need my shark's tooth. 2 more. Almost got it. We've almost got it. Oh my gosh. Why? Oh, I fell in again. Hold on, maybe I can fill it while I'm in here. Okay, there we go. Almost got it. Oh, good grief, I keep replacing the wrong thing. There we go. Okay, so now, got these. Did I time that good or what? I have 6 rosin left and I have 6 hides left. I have exactly the amount I need. Come over here. Easier time grabbing water from right here. We've only managed to drain a little corner of the pond, so should be okay. Hello to you too. Hey. We should name our island Kentucky because we have horses for days. But that's okay. We're glad we have our horses because that has made it possible for us to do all of our leather relatively without any pain. Grab some more of that. Just waiting for this to dry. This whole section down here is going to require a bunch of this leather, so by getting a whole bunch of this produced at once, we can take a break from going through that whole process. Okay, so you know how we're waiting for that shark tooth? We spawned a shark. A hammerhead shark to be precise. And he didn't give us a tooth. Seriously? We had a deep enough pond to spawn a hammerhead shark, and then he was not kind enough to give us a tooth. How rude. I had no idea that hammerheads were a fish spawn and not a mob spawn. Do we have one yet? Oh, we're saved! We have shark tooth over here. Phew! Okay, well, we have raw shark meat to add to our meat collection. That's kind of cool. Add that there. And keep our charcoal production going. There we go. I have one left. Okay, so that seems like a really good place to stop the first episode. We got a lot done. We have majority of this section is done. We need to go find a farmer and a librarian so we can do trading. We need to find a dark biome so we can find dark gems. This will be where we have to turn the mobs back on, and I have to attempt to not die while we acquire these shadow gems. The wood from those dark biomes is what's going to allow us to upgrade our chests. And then the next time I'm able to stream, we'll be able to work on using all the leather that we made to get some automation going and do some really amazing things. I wish this would hurry up so I could go ahead and collect this. If not, I guess I'll collect it next time. Guys, if you come and visit my stream, I really appreciate it. Hit the follow button, and I hope if you come watch some more Sevtech Ages in the Sky, check me out, and I am Katiana, and I am signing off.